here, and welcome to the Sparks Show, where we got comedy, news, and two forgettable digs.
With Sparks.
You've got tiny wrists.
Pike.
Hates French toast and your children.
Greg. And you, the committee.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Subscribe now and become a committee member. Let's rock.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo! Oh, the old stretch. Oh, feels good. Oh. Diamond Dallas Page. The Rock, Rockaware, Hove.
Who else started doing that? Illuminati. What else is triangle shit?
Well, if you turn it upside down, it's sort of vagina looking, I guess.
A giant what?
Like a
Vagina
looks
looking,
like
I think
the shape of the shape of a vagina.
Oh boy.
There's obviously more detail in an actual vagina.
It is very vulva-y.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about the hand gestures.
Can you say for sure you've even looked at? You guys probably have, but like, could you draw a vagina? I feel like I don't spend much time looking at it.
Like.
Oh yeah, I could draw one.
Wait a second. Like a police sketch. Like,
yeah.
Describe the vagina that robbed you. Like one of those things.
I could draw different ones too and pick them out of a lineup if I had to, like, say which person it went to. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I figured you would say that.
Easily.
I guess I'm always looking other places.
Oh boy.
That's the only place I look.
Donna is here. Hot Donna is here. She says, "What's up? What's up? How are you, Donna? How is life? How are you?" It says, "Where are you guys? I'm patiently waiting." Well, we're here. Thanks for being here. Shout out to the committee. Thank you very much. Make sure you like and you review and you subscribe and do all the stuff that everyone else asks you to do all the damn time. But it really does help out the show. Let's give a shout out to the people on the show today. That right there, the man who cannot draw a hoo-ha from memory at Pike Taylor Radio. He is I don't know how we got on the subject, but there you have it. I was doing hand signs, and there we go. And then, of course, we have the other guy on the show, Greg Salerno, on all social media. He can absolutely replicate any kind of hoo-ha he's ever seen. He has a photographic memory when it comes to the reproductive system.
Yeah, I wouldn't say all of them, but there's like a very distinct few that I could totally draw if I had to.
Really?
Yeah.
We've talked about it, but I mean, there really are maybe three types. You know?
Yeah. I'd say there's like outies, innies, and then there's like big clits, little ones. You know what I mean? And there's ones you can't even see it, and there's ones that are like pronounced, like, "Whoa, are you China doll?" You know, it's like, just depends.
I mean, this is all factual stuff. I mean, you're not saying anything out of the realm of normal. But then when you have all those combinations combined, I think you got a lot of, there's probably like 400 combinations of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you're making a player in Madden and you can do different ears and different noses and different lips or whatever. You can like put different ones on there and make maybe a combination of like 30 different ones, but there's really only like 4 pieces.
Yeah, it's like the original Mrs. Potato Head. It's like,
exactly.
Do you want a necklace? Do you just want glasses? We all understand underneath it's a potato and it's just fine. Well, welcome to 5 on Friday. It's where we take a little bit of a left turn on the show and we go a little bit different. I'm laughing because Donna just wrote, "What the hell?" Laughing my ass off. So Donna's already weighing in. It's Friday, Donna. We're having some fun over here on the show. So shout out to Pike. Shout out to Greg. Thanks, guys, for being here. And shout out to the committee members that submitted our 5 questions today. I did not have a chance to put up the 5 questions yet up on the screen like normal. I've been running around all morning dealing with this rental property. It's been wow. I was telling Pike about it, Greg, but man, I've become an electrician's apprentice. Apparently, I'm now cutting holes in walls. I'm running wire because the whole upstairs of this house is wired incorrectly.
Wow. Hey, if you
yeah.
need somebody to fill those holes with putty, I used to do that at the City Center.
Yeah, well, I think that's what's going to happen. I just had to run a new wire to the stove, which means I'm back in that crawl space with 1,000 spiders. I have to run a dedicated 60 amp. I don't know any of this stuff, but 60 amp wire to the upstairs. We're going to put in a secondary box up there, like a breaker box, and
Yeah.
Oh man, the whole thing. So that's my whole weekend. I asked my dad to help. I'm like, hey, can you help me out here? I don't know what I'm doing. This kind of thing.
Now you're hiring guy, Greg. He's actually like not doing it just on his own. He hired a guy, and the guy is having him do it for him. Like,
yeah,
it's very confusing.
Oh, you mean you hired a guy and you're his assistant?
Yeah. Apparently, I'm paying him to learn how to do everything.
Is he also a radio engineer? Or
no? You know what? I have no idea what happened, but like he charged us. It was $920 the first round to fix all these switches, hook up the stove. But I crawled in the crawl space and I put the wire up through the floor and I stapled the wire to the floor joists and I ran this thing. He charges that just to stick the wires in the box. And I was like, I thought I was getting a discount here being your little errand boy,
He's more like a mentor than he is an employee at this point.
Yeah. I'm the employee. But I'm giving up all. I'm actually like paying him, so I don't know what's happening. Whatever. He said if he had a crew of guys come out, it would cost me $10,000 to run all this electrical stuff. But
because they'd all be watching. They'd all be watching you do it. That's why. Be 30 guys drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee out of a big box and sitting in front of your house just watching you do fucking electric work and shit all day.
Yeah, me doing electric work is the same thing as a Tijuana donkey show. Everyone's just standing around, taking a look, getting entertained. It's like, God, this is awful. Well, regardless, I didn't have time to put up the 5 questions, but this is where we take 5 questions from the committee. We throw them up there.
Whoa!
Did you get in?
Look.
Rough.
Let me see where those.
I got it. Oh my God! Fuck you, dude! You got to be kidding me, man.
Wait, I
just got a PS5 into my fucking thing. It said, "Please wait for like 20 minutes." It says, "Add to your cart." I press add to the cart. It's like it's in your cart, and then it said check out, and I hit checkout, and now it says Sony PlayStation 5 is no longer available for pickup at the store you selected. Fuck! Okay, sorry. Back to the show. I'm sorry.
In case you were wondering, Greg's been trying to buy a PS5 since before the show started. I hit record, so if you want to see...
4 months! 4 months I've been doing this.
If you want to see 2 minutes and 30 seconds of optimism, we are going to put it on... We're going to put it up on the Patreon for bonus content. You'll see Greg calling himself a good boy. I've been a good boy. I've been a good boy. Him trying to get himself a PS5. It was a funny thing. So I hit record. I'll throw it up there on the old Patreon. Can we get to the 5 questions? Oh, wait.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Before we even get to the 5 questions, we got to turn our attention to Pike here. This is a huge day for his band, Low Standards. Pike, tell us what's going on.
Well, we today released a brand new song, brand new single, first one in 4 years.
Wow.
And so it's available today on all your streaming platforms. It's called Someone Famous. We've been working on it for some time. So it's out there. It's just available. It feels good to just, here you go.
Let's do it. Let's play it.
So far. Okay, you got it?
Yeah, I got it here. Let's throw some on. This is the brand new single from Low Standards called Someone Famous. Let's check it out. Wait a minute. Can I just stop real quick? I already love those hi-hats. Let me just... I'm in, dude. I'm in. Sorry, I will not just keep stopping and starting this thing. I promise. I won't do it. We're going to enjoy the song in its entirety. Here we go.
someone to come home to. Maybe someday I'll be loved enough to be famous too.
I smell a hit, Pike. I smell a hit here.
Me too, man.
First
Greg.
of all,
You guys, I know it's not your kind of music, so you can be honest.
I'm
You
being
don't need to
honest.
fluff me up.
it's not my kind of music, but it ain't bad, bro. I'm letting
Yeah.
you know right
plus,
now.
plus, a guy that likes that kind of music will totally fluff you up. So it doesn't really fucking matter, bro. You're gonna be swimming in BJ's.
Donna
we
says,
want.
No, it would
I
actually.
heard it. It's
Honestly, it's
awesome.
quality.
Yeah.
Like
dude.
if you played that and then you played me AFI or Blink 182, I wouldn't know the fucking difference. And I'm not even being funny at all. Like seriously, it sounds quality, good shit.
Yeah, you can tell
Appreciate
you guys are
that.
professional. First of all, the drums
Yeah.
sound fantastic. I heard the tempo changes. Did I hear a little backup singing from Pike in the background there?
No, you didn't. We have another guy. I don't.
They have a guy just for that.
He does. He plays like the bass guitar or something else too. I don't know. But
Okay.
no, yeah. My brother's singing. Did you mistake him for me?
No.
We sound somewhat alike.
I know.
Okay, but he had a brother.
sings, Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, he's singing. Yeah, he wrote a
Oh,
lot of that.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that wasn't your.
Well, thanks
was your
for-
brother the guy I met on the Zoom, the party Zoom?
No.
No. That was the guy
Okay.
who shot the music video.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
Can't
cool.
wait for the music video.
Cool,
When's
man.
the music video drop, too?
A couple weeks, probably.
All right, well, there you go. Make sure you're checking it out. All streaming platforms. It's called Someone Famous. Make sure you go and you download it, you stream it, you share it, you post it all over the goddamn place. Low Standard's name of the band. They are fantastic. You guys are great, all right? And I really do mean that. It's not my type of music, but you know quality when you hear it, and there you go.
Yeah. If you like that kind of music, you'll love it. That's basically it, man.
That's exactly it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's just our shit. And thank you guys very much for the opportunity to feature it on 5 on Friday.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Yes.
it's really hard. It's a high bar to get on this show. It's a high standard
is.
we have here. It went hoo-ha, my electrical work, and then you came in third. So there you have it. Let's get to the
Pretty
5
good.
questions here. Because and wait, actually you're fourth because Greg had to try to buy a PS5.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, I just my fucking life just crumbled before my eyes as I had it in my cart. You don't understand. Like I went from like full wood to like I just want to jump out of a window in like half a
we
second.
saw it.
As soon as
We
I saw
it all over your face.
Yeah.
We saw it happening,
Oh.
and
oh, just awful. What a disgrace. Oh
Uh,
well.
All right, here we go. I didn't have time to take these people, but I'll still shout you out on the show. Here we go. Let's go with this is from Jonathan Shoick. This is from @JonathanShoick. It says, if you had to choose an animal to help you win a fight, what animal would you choose, excluding dog? So you can't use dog. Which animal would you choose to help win in a
Fuck, would you use a dog for?
fight? Let's say
Dog's
fight
like
Yeah.
a
a
human?
100th in line.
Yeah. It is. Honestly.
I don't know. An elephant?
Yeah, right? Like a dog, seriously. A dog gets stomped the fuck out by most animals. I think a giraffe will fuck up a dog, you know?
Yeah, but you can't train a giraffe to fight. How are you training a giraffe to?
Well, I think we're assuming he's going to help you, right? It says to help
Yeah,
you.
right.
They're going to help.
It's an understanding
Yeah,
that
no.
we have with
What are
the
you, Dr.
animal.
J?
Yeah, I
Doolittle?
thought we. Well, I don't know if the fucking animal's going to help me. He's a nice animal, obviously. He's ready to go. I mean, I don't know.
He's ready to go. He's like, look, I'm an African giraffe. I'm usually out on the
Yeah.
Sahara, but today I'm helping Greg in a street fight behind the Orleans. Like, what
Right.
are you talking about?
Yes. Well, hey, look. I mean, if it says on there they're going to help you, they're going to help you. That's the universe we're in. It's like if you're watching The Matrix, you can't fucking complain if the guys are running on the walls because they're in a goddamn computer. They're already established the rules of the movie. It's in the fucking Matrix. You know what I mean? Now, if weird shit happens like in the third Matrix, it doesn't make any sense where they're supposed to be in the real world. All of a sudden, the guy's in the fucking real world. You're like, wait a minute. You established already you were in a computer and that there was a real world too. How the fuck is this guy in the real world now? So now it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But I
Hence, giraffes can fight.
did I ever? That's my draft. That's why giraffe. Greg's picking giraffe. In case you
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you couldn't pick one over a dog.
Real quick, The Matrix. I told you about the original premise, right?
No.
And how the original, when that movie came out, it was 1999. So a lot of people didn't understand what like servers, and they didn't understand how networks worked and all that kind of stuff, because it was in the early days of the internet and the World Wide Web and all that. So what they did was the studio, Warner Brothers, made them change humans being used as like network servers using their brain powers as computers, and changed it into the idea of a battery. So they're we're going to use that as a battery to power, because they were worried that the public wouldn't understand. Because it was so early. Now we get it, because now we're all connected to the, whatever, computers all day, every day. But that's technically when they wrote those 3 movies. That was why Smith was able to go into a human, because the human was
he went into their brain, into the computer. Makes way more sense that way, then.
It's a way better movie when you realize.
Damn, if we had gotten the.
Yeah,
if we got the Snyder's cut of that fucking movie, it would have been way better. Like the Wachowski sisters or whatever they are now. That would be way better. All right, that makes more sense.
A way better movie when you realize huge turn, like a huge. It seemed insignificant at the time because it was in the 90s, but they didn't expect it to blow up. So that's why it turned into this huge thing.
I shit all over that movie forever for no reason.
Yeah. And now it's a better franchise when you realize what the truth is. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. I'm right.
All right, Pike, you pick an elephant, you said, or what?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I haven't seen Matrix, but let's go elephant. I don't even think they're fighters by nature. No, I have not. That was like, I don't know. I was watching Austin Powers at the time, so I didn't get into a lot of sci-fi drama stuff.
All right.
An elephant. I would feel pretty comfortable with that, because then I could get on top and not even be risked even catching a punch at all. Would be ideal.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Just have him start swinging his fucking nose dick around. Just house.
Don't call it a nose dick. It's a trunk. You know what it's called.
Sorry, I forgot the name.
What do you got, Greg? Elephants?
Well, I would say elephant, but he already took it, and I don't want to, be a basic bitch. So I will say Siberian tiger.
Ooh.
One of the big old fuckers, like from, or maybe one of the Bengal tigers from India. Whatever the largest tiger is. Not a liger, those slow-ass pieces of shit that only live to be like 5 or whatever. Not one of those. An actual tiger, big giant tiger, I think that would be, because they'll fuck up a lion, no problem. Because lions go in packs, and a fucking tiger will just destroy a fucking lion because they're a single fighter.
Oh, wow.
And I think an elephant would be scared and probably like kick Pike off, and then the tiger will just grab him by his head like in Hannibal with the pigs, when they grab that guy's face, just shake him around. So
now,
I think
are we fighting another human, or is it an animal? What was the question?
Well, it's me and you. It's you and an elephant I'm fighting, I thought.
So wait. So Pike and an elephant versus Greg and a tiger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought we just had to fuck up another person just by themselves.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
if you choose,
I guess
it just said if you had to choose an animal to help you win a fight, what animal would you choose?
Okay.
But I would assume we're fighting each other, right?
Yeah,
okay.
You gotta, that makes sense.
Now I'm worried.
All right, so I got my tiger versus you and your fucking elephant. Yeah. You Aquaman now? You got to be underwater the whole time.
Pike was in a street fight, and he turned into Aquaman for some reason. He's now living in the ocean with the whales.
He's skimming the top the whole time.
All right.
You should have stuck with the elephant, bro. Because then he could be like Legolas and slide down his trunk and shoot shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah. That was cool. Reference he doesn't get, though, Greg, because he's
you never saw. Oh, okay.
I can picture it.
If it's not,
what about you, Sparks?
Look, I'm gonna go with. I think elephant is the best. I'm gonna get super nerdy here. I
think so too.
Isn't that Alexander the Great? Didn't he run into elephants and they couldn't defeat it? Like they were like,
I don't know.
As he was expanding his empire, I can't remember what peoples had elephents with them.
Oh, like Persians or something?
Yeah, like the Persians brought in elephants. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
They were
And he's like, fuck.
riding
Yeah.
over dudes. Like they were just stomping them,
Yeah.
crushing them. It's got to be an animal you can train. That's where I'm starting. So it's got to be an animal that's like, hey.
Well, again, I think
sick
it's
'em.
assumed that they're
Right. But even so, elephants are like the top circus animal. So
I mean, tigers are up there though. I mean, tigers.
yeah,
are
right.
circus animals.
We got the big two.
Yeah.
There's one more I was thinking of,
You know what I would do?
but
It's got to be. It's only one animal. Shit.
yeah, it's not like a flock.
A flock would
group.
be so awesome. Safety.
Who wins
Yeah.
with a silverback gorilla and a tiger?
I would
takes
say
that?
probably a tiger.
Got to go with tiger. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
claws and teeth help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know though. Silverbacks are super strong.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just a real bitch slap. I would think. Man, I'll go with an animal that would help me win in a fight.
Can't be dog though.
Give me like I'll take like a condor. I'll take something from the air, like a giant. What's the biggest bird?
Yeah.
that flies.
Well, the ones that I think that could hurt something the most are like those the bald eagle, maybe something like.
Yeah.
Those things get to almost like 4 feet tall, dude, and they'll fuck you up.
Is it a condor?
Hawks too. There's some
Condor's
types of
the biggest
hawks
one,
that
but I don't know how like fighting skill. They're giant. The condors are definitely the biggest. But I feel
All
like
right.
an eagle will kill a condor. But I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. with
Condors are
bird fighting. I don't
disgusting.
know.
Oh, fuck.
They
Look
are.
at this thing.
They look like giant vultures. Yeah.
Ugh. They're ugly, dude. They got the worst face ever.
Yeah.
pterodactyl would be the obvious one if we're gonna go extinct animals.
Dude.
Prehistoric,
But then we could
yeah.
we could have picked T-Rex then.
Well, yeah.
too,
Then I'm
so.
taking a fucking T-Rex. Exactly.
You guys have taken it. By the way, real quick, here's a picture of a condor. Look at these. It's bigger than two guys holding it. Look at that thing.
Yeah, dude. They're big, man. There's a picture somewhere of a bald eagle in some guy's front yard, just sitting there, and you're like, "Holy fuck!" I never had any idea they were that big until you see one like in scale on the ground. Like, holy shit, these things are huge.
Look at
We
this
used to
ugly-ass
hunt
bird.
them when we were a kid.
What?
Oh man,
You would hunt bald
Yeah.
eagles?
Yeah,
what?
we didn't. Come on, no, that's a fucking federal
Ah,
crime,
okay.
you guys. Jesus
I know.
Christ.
I don't know.
You're from
Who
fucking
lies about
Dakotas, bro. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know what you're
Who knows
doing.
about that? I don't know what you're out doing in the woods. Get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, there's question number 1. Question number 2. This is from Donna. Donna, this is from you here at Corrupted68. It says, "What is the worst thing you've ever smelled?" What's the worst thing you've ever smelled?
Oh shit.
Dude, I smelled a dead body. That was bad. It
Yeah,
was,
I
like,
have.
decaying.
That's not good.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
dead homeless
Definitely
guy.
not good.
Found his body behind the dumpster.
You found it?
In college. Yeah, it was a dead body. Just a homeless guy passed away, and he must have died in the snow or something. And he had like his little tent back there, and it was in the wintertime. And then when the spring thaw came,
Ugh.
yeah, I
the saddest
smelled
shit.
it, and it was really sad. It was like a horrific scent, though. It was like dead body, preserved, now decaying rot. You know what I mean? That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I was this is inaccurate.
Add in the traditional dumpster, which already is
You're right,
horrific.
right. Like a bad, dude, just a bad place to die in general. Like just,
Yeah.
it was just sad. Yeah, the whole thing was sad.
I have 2. It's a tie between jock itch and when I was sitting next to a guy in jail with an open gunshot wound that was obviously infected.
No.
Yeah.
My God, what is this? The Civil War?
Dude,
Oh.
some guy tried to rob an old man, and the old man shot him right in the fucking stomach. And it had been like a couple days before they caught the guy, I guess. because he got away. So they just threw him in the fucking cell, sitting right next to us with just an open gunshot wound with like a half taped on, bandage. And I sat right next to him, and I had to move because you smell like the gangrene or whatever was forming.
Oh my God!
On his stomach,
Yikes.
dude. Yeah. And that was, I have no idea if he's probably still not now. I don't know. They don't give a shit about you. Just throw you in there, dude. But it was gross. And that's second to when I had jock itch once, and it smelled like fucking a dead tuna melt, or so. It was the fucking grossest thing I've ever smelled in my life. So that was terrifying. I had a girlfriend too, and I had to be like, "Sorry, I can't." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "You must be cheating." I'm like, "No, my balls just smell like a dead person. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you."
Yeah,
I'm trying to get rid of this.
Knew. Yeah, exactly. I know too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I'd rather you think I was cheating than know this. Let's
Yes,
put it that way.
exactly. Right. I am burning my nuts with acid right now. You have no idea.
Dude, I fucking put like rubbing alcohol on. Like, you have no idea. I was like dipping my balls in extract trying to get rid of this shit. It was like the worst.
God.
Gross. I think they call it ringworm, I guess, which I didn't realize that's what it was, but ringworm of the sack.
Awful.
Or like
Trash booty cheeks.
It's like the crevice in between your sack and your leg, dude. Oh my God. So nasty, bro. So gross.
I've had ringworm, but on my arm. Not in that.
Yeah, try it on your balls.
sack.
It's
I can imagine.
something else.
Dude, that region already smells.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'm also like in general very self-conscious about that shit. Like, you know, if I'm gonna hook up with a girl, I watch like 400 fucking times before I go up.
Yep.
So that just made me like want to puke. I can like almost smell it through my pants when I'm just sitting there. You know what I mean? It's probably mind over matter, but
Yeah. Dude, I had a similar
Grossest thing ever.
experience. I went to a concert. It was a rap show. Jurassic 5. You guys remember Jurassic 5?
no.
Okay.
Sounds familiar though.
They're not together anymore. They're a great rap group. There's 5 of them. They're called the Jurassic 5.
I was gonna say, how many?
Awesome show. But I threw on a shirt. It was my brother's. My brother was in the Army, and it just said Army on the front of it. So I just threw it on because I needed some clean clothes to sit on top of the basket. And I was probably a sophomore in college at this time. I threw on this shirt. I put it on, and I went to the show. And the show was at a different college, and they were performing. And it was me, my buddy, and 2 girls. So it was kind of like a double date kind of a thing. All right. So he was talking with one girl, and I had just met this girl or whatever. We go to the show. It's in this giant gymnasium, and it starts getting really kind of warm. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting, it's summertime. It's getting kind of sweaty, whatever. You're jumping around. You're moving around. It's the whatever. And then all of a sudden, I smell the worst scent I've ever smelled in my life. It turns out that this Army shirt I was wearing was my brother's like ROTC wake up for PT training. These are his like PT clothes that he's wearing all the time.
It was like dehydrated, and you fucking brought it back to life and shit. With
it was like astronaut. It was like space ice cream. And all of a sudden, dude, it starts to permeate, right?
Yeah.
And I'm standing next to this girl I just met. I have no idea. And then it's a goddamn rap show. So what do? They start going, everybody put your arms in the air. Wave like you don't care. And dude, everyone's like, yeah, like that. And I'm like this. I'm like, hey. And like I start planting the seeds. I start blaming on the person in front of me. I'm like, oh my God, do you smell that? The guy in front of us stinks. Oh my God. That's what I keep telling everyone. And they're like, yeah, I was going to say something. It's awful. It's gross.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then afterwards, we went back to their house for a party. And because again, I had no clean clothes. I had a basket because I went home to do laundry. I didn't have time. So I had the basket of dirty clothes in my trunk. I swapped out my shirt with a dirty ass wrinkled Artie BO shirt. It smelled so much better of a shirt. And I had to go into the party and they're like, oh, you changed shirts? And I was like, yeah, I spilled stuff on it. Whatever.
Oh,
Anyway,
gross,
yeah.
dude.
So since then, Greg, I totally relate to you being paranoid about being the smelly person.
Yes.
Yes. It haunts me to this day. Is that? What do you got, Pike? What's your worst smell?
I remember as a kid, it was summertime, and I farted. I had really bad farts, and my brother and I thought it'd be cool if I farted into a Gatorade bottle, like a big 32-ouncer. So I did, and closed it, and I waited. It had to have been a month, and I just by myself opened it back up.
You were just curious? I wonder if my fart's still in here. Let me open it up.
Oh yeah, and it was. And
you let it ferment?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
It filled the room.
Dude.
It fucked the whole house up. We had to eat dinner outside that night.
Wow. A 2-liter of your fart. That's gross.
And the farts already were horrible. They were like the slow leaking gas drip. You know what I mean? All warm.
Yeah, your dad probably thought you had a gas leak in the house. They're like, get out of the house.
Yeah.
Call the fire department.
Don't light anything. Gross.
Yeah.
As a parent, that is the kind of stuff I am not looking forward to. I find a Gatorade bottle underneath my kid's bed. What is this? Don't open it. Why? It's trash. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Gross.
That would be very confusing as a parent.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Why would you bare ass fart inside a Gatorade bottle and then keep it for a month? You fucking weirdo. What are you doing?
Thought I had raised a normal person. But
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's get to it. Question number 3. It's a kill, marry, fuck question. Kill, marry, fuck. The other 2 guys and Jason Momoa. So you have to pick.
Shit.
Speaking of Aquaman, he's back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He is back.
All right, Jason Momoa and us 2. Oh, that's so funny.
I
and
I
this
kind of
is
got one,
from
I think.
@Eric_A15. There you go.
All right. Well, I'm marrying Momoa, obviously, because he's got the most money. It's not even close.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
He's rich. I mean, I got to marry him.
Yeah.
So I'm marrying him. Yeah, I know, which is why I'm killing one of you.
Ooh,
so let's see
this
here.
is the tough one.
Oh, man. See, I'm tempted to say that I would fuck Sparks so he'd still be alive because he has a family. But at the same time,
for some reason, I thought
I feel like
having sex with me would kill me. That's what I thought.
No, well, that was going to be my second thing, because I feel like I might kill Pike if I fuck him. So I don't know which one.
Well, why don't you just fuck me first and see how it goes?
All right, I'll fuck Pike and then I'll maybe kill Sparks, and then we'll see it.
Maybe kill me? What is that?
Well, I got to choose one or the other. Yeah. Plus, I
mean, wait. If you have gratuitous sex with Pike and he ends up dying, then you're done, and then I just get away scot-free, right? I mean, I'm off the hook for everything.
I don't know, because I killed him, so that means I got to fuck you.
But do it. So there's a risk of both of us dying.
All right.
Yeah.
So because there's a risk that Spikes might die, if I fuck him, I'd have to fuck him first to see if he died, and then if he dies, I have to go fuck Sparks. So it's like, that has to be the order.
This is either way. This is the worst order. This is. This is an awful order. I don't want to be in this order at all. Okay. What do you got, Pike? What are you thinking?
Well, I was gonna kill Momoa, but Jesus Christ.
Why would you kill the rich guy? It's like doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Right. Well, now I'm nervous to fuck anybody at the risk of dying, especially Momoa. So.
Well, you're fucking them though.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, all right. Let's not underestimate how hard I fuck. All right.
Well, I'm saying you might kill one of us, but you're not gonna die.
I guess. All right. Well, let's marry Momoa. Greg and I are gonna get it on, and Sparks dead. You already have a son. You're done in your family lineage. Like you're not needed anymore.
You're right.
Yeah,
I'm basically just taking up space at this point.
Well, yeah,
That's true.
I need to be able to
served your
continue
purpose.
my bloodline. Right.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. I'm gonna go with
And Greg's just hot.
there you go.
That's right.
All
That's a
right.
good point. I am dieting, so
Well, that's good. I am gonna go with
only because I have a $500 bet, but it's always
is it another money bet? Another money bet?
yeah, $500.
What do you have to do?
Greg's like,
just-
money.
I had to lose weight faster than one other person, and I get $500. So we'll see.
Well, there's one way to lose weight. It's put money on it, and it happened.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm marrying Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
that's
gonna
obvious.
happen. Yeah. Money, please. Yeah, I'll take that. Talk about
No prenup, nothing. That's perfect.
protecting my bloodline. Got it. Done. Although I am married. So, wait a minute. This throws a conundrum in there.
Tricky, yeah.
But, I mean, I'm going to
Jason
ruin my marriage
Mormon
no
by
matter
any chance?
I'm going to ruin my marriage no matter what here, you know? So it's not like...
Are you? Because you're
Well,
forced
yeah.
to do it. I mean, you don't have a choice.
I'm marrying Momoa, killing Greg. Pike, you and I are naked together.
Yeah, that's what I would do if that was you.
That makes sense.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm sorry, Greg. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, no, it's fine. If I had to see somebody with their clothes off, it's definitely going to be Pike over me. I mean, it's not even...
Although Greg wears his shirt all the time, so that's nice. So that does help.
I don't take my shirt off. That's true. Now, I might after this bet, but yeah, right now I don't.
Yeah, but I mean, it would calm me. It wouldn't make me feel better, you know. In that
Yeah,
situation.
it's almost like a glory hole because you can't really see me. I got a shirt on, just the butthole staring in the face. You know,
That's good. Yeah, that's
depending on what position.
that's comforting to know.
My ass is very hairy, though. Are you hairy, Pike?
Not really. Well, my ass is, but that's it. Like the cheeks are bare. You know what I mean? But then right in the
okay.
crack, you find some hair.
See, I'm the opposite. I have hairy cheeks, but kind of my crack dissipates, and then
Really? Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I have not a hair on my ass, but a ton of pubes.
So
But
you're
that
like a reverse skullet. Is that what's going on here?
yeah. He's party in the front, business in the back. For Pike.
Yeah, what's going on with your body, Pike? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I also got a hairy chest and like no back hair, so it's
Me too.
frontal hair. Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, me too. Weird.
If you had to pick, that's the way you'd want it, right?
Yeah, Pike as a
Yeah,
child was
absolutely.
laid on a hot stove, apparently, is what happened. You
Yeah.
know, just cauterized as a baby. You poor kid. This comes from Tanya Odorosco. Tanya.Odorosco11. What's the dumbest way you've been injured? What's the dumbest way you've been injured? I love that question.
Wow. Yeah, that's probably good.
I have to think about that.
Now, does breaking the law count as a dumb way to get injured, or is it like goofy ways you get injured? You know?
No, go ahead. Whatever way you think. I don't think there's any.
Well, I mean, I went through the windshield on the cop chase one time, which is not a very smart way to get injured.
Oh, God, dude.
I tried to jump a fence and had the fence go through my hand. I still have the scar here somewhere. I don't
Oh,
know.
God. Greg and Jesus. Those are the two that
Yeah.
have the puncture marks.
Those are the two.
Yikes.
Right. So, I mean, mine are all pretty much dumb like that. I don't have any like, whoops, the rake came up and hit me in the head. You know, like I don't have any of those kind of things really.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
What do you got, Pike?
We did a hockey game for work, like back at the radio station in Fargo. It was a celebrity hockey game, you know, so they got the big time celebs out. Of
Nice.
course. And the other guy on the show was gonna come out when they kind of run out, but then slide and like pretend to take me out, like a little gag, you know what I mean? Some Three Stooges shit.
Like at a wedding.
And he
or
came
something.
in. Yeah.
Whoop,
And
whoop,
he
whoop.
came coming out, and I swear he hit the ice and picked up 100 miles per hour and fucking wiped me out. And I hit my shoulder, and like I couldn't lift my arm for a month. I never went in or anything, but like it fucked it up bad. And it was the dumbest, most, like pointless thing. I was so mad about it. Still
You
mad.
should have whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Got yourself an elephant.
Sounds. Yeah, Pike went to zoos for a month after that, trying to recruit his crew.
Yeah.
I've hurt myself a couple ways. Pike, I did that on my brother's bachelor party. We went paintballing, and I broke my shoulder blade, my scapula, is the bone.
Oh.
Yeah, and that might have happened because I fell on it, and it's the only bone I've ever broken. But I was paintballing. It was indoor, and there was a mulch, and I went to slide behind this, like, essentially it was like a tree trunk knocked over, but it was like plastic. It was just a fake one. But anyway, to hide behind it because they were like boom, 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 firing at me. So I slid, but the mulch had all dried out, so it just slid as like one big patch. It just moved as one patch instead of like the individual mulch chips. And the whole thing just went whomp, and my feet went out from under me. And when I came down right on my like elbow / shoulder, like right in here, this area. Yeah. And I heard a I was like, that didn't, you know, and I picked up one gun and I was like shooting from down here. And I was like, dude, I can't lift my arm. And so that might have happened to you during the hockey game, dude.
Possibly.
Because I couldn't
sounds
lift
a lot like it. Yeah.
There's nothing they could do either. They couldn't. It's not like you could put a cast on a shoulder blade. It just heals. You know what I mean? So you have to sit there.
Yeah. Unless you're Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon 2, then you can just put it right back in the socket.
Yeah, you dislocate. Yeah, when he hits it against the. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, dude, one time I pulled a muscle because I was sitting in a chair for 8 hours and I stood up too fast. I was.
Yeah, I've done stuff like that.
Yeah, that one was really sad. Didn't appreciate that at all.
That's fun.
Yeah. Then Greg knows about this story. One time I was, I must have been like 10 or 11. And growing up in Cleveland, you get a lot of leaves on the ground during fall. So we raked a big pile of leaves. And then I thought it would be awesome if I took a chain from it's like a tow chain that you would tow a car with. You hook it up around the car. It was in the garage. Yeah. I grabbed it. I threw it one end around the tree, and I hooked the chain in one of the links. And I took the other end of the chain, and I put it through that little hoop on a backpack. You know, like the little, you can carry a backpack.
Sure.
And I climbed up the tree, and I put the backpack on my body, and I jumped off the tree to land on the backpack and then swing around the tree. And then I would drop into the pile of leaves. That was my dumb 10-year-old brain.
Actually, a pretty good plan.
That was my plan, except for when I jumped down, the hook and the hoop of the like backpack, the hook went whoosh, right through the hoop because it was just a cheap ass backpack, and it went right into my head, right at like the base of my skull, where I like it caught me and I hung there for a second, via my brain and the chain on the other end of the tree, like where I hooked it originally, that came out because I didn't hook it. The whole thing was fail, and I fell from the tree down, and it knocked the wind out of me. So I was kind of like, whatever. And then I felt like this liquid start pouring down my neck and my shoulder and everything. And I went like this with my hand, and it was just blood, pure blood. And I went like, ah! You know, one of these screams.
Yeah.
And
You're lucky that chain broke, dude.
dude, I would have been hanging there. It would have been
That's a bad part of your brain to hit too, man.
dude, right
That's
in the
not
back.
good.
Yeah.
Right in the back. And if I could,
You're
if I, like,
mammalian.
buzz my head, I have a scar there now because I had anyway. My parents were mowing the grass and like blowing leaves, so they didn't hear me scream. But my math teacher was 3 houses down. He heard me scream. He came out of his house like, "What is that?" Mr. Mensch. Shout out to Mr. Mensch. He comes running, and then he flags down my parents. I go to the ER. I have to get stitches in the back of my head, and it was a whole thing.
Wow.
Man. So yeah, it was. But they ran like, you know, I don't know, CAT scans and X-rays. Apparently, I have a very thick skull, so nothing. I don't know. Maybe there's permanent damage, and that explains some things. But that's how I hurt myself. One of the worst ways. Was that the question?
Ow.
Oh, dumbest way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that qualifies, I think.
Yeah.
Still a good plan, though.
Do you think so?
I mean, if you're a little kid, that's pretty. You know, it's a pretty good plan. I
was like, dude, we got this backpack, we got a chain. Let's do it.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
that kind of stuff terrifies me as a parent now, though.
Oh yeah, I could imagine.
Dude, how many times do you think you were risking death in a year as like from 10 years old to like 25? Like, how many times did you, as a boy growing up, how many times do you think you risked death?
I mean, almost every day when I was a teenager.
You think so? Like, it was a daily thing.
Well, I was robbing. I mean, I don't want to get it. I was robbing drug dealers for a living when I was like 17, 18 years old. So I mean, that's
right. Yeah.
You know, almost everybody I hung out with is dead now. And that's not being exaggerating. I mean, most of them are dead. So
yeah, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that life was stupid, and I probably could have died anytime. Now, doing crazy stuff like you're saying, I mean, I had like a half pipe I went on where the board stayed up and my knees came down, and I ripped my, had to get surgery on my knee because I ripped it open with a nail. When I was like
Jesus.
10.
Yeah.
We used to build ramps and jump off, and sometimes the handlebar would stick into your stomach, like when you fell, and like break a rib or something.
Yeah, you're like internal bleeding. Yeah.
Yeah, so stuff like that. Just being a dumb kid, I had that stuff too. But yeah,
I used to skateboard all the fucking time until one day in the driveway, I was just by myself and tried to like do an ollie, and the front of the board came up, and I came straight down on the board between my legs and just fucking squeezed, like just pinched my nuts. And I laid on the concrete for an hour, just like in the worst pain, and I never got on a skateboard again. Oh,
yeah.
I will be shocked if I can have kids. I will see, but it made 6 different testicles.
Well, is this when your nads swelled up to like tangerines for no reason? Is this around the same time?
No, that was in the hunting shack weekend.
I know, but I was wondering, okay, if you were skateboarding, then you wanted to go hunting. Greg.
Who else was in the hunting shack?
That was when I was saying, I just go to the woods one weekend a year to please my dad.
Yes.
I see.
That was that weekend. Yeah.
Yes.
I get it.
Now we all understand the hunting shack.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, makes total sense, Pike. Totally get that. All right, let's get to the last question here. This is let's go with the private message here. I got it pulled up. What is the best present you've ever received? How about that one? If that one sucks, I'll get another one.
That always reminds me of that guy. That's a joke. Real quick, I just want to tell you. So there's this guy I saw on TV, and he had no arms and no legs, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what you call that, like paraplegic, but I don't know if that's what that is because you can't move if you're a paraplegic, right? Well, anyways, he had no arms, no legs.
That's awful.
So he had and he had these little pads that he could crawl around on, like as on his arms and legs. That part's not funny at all. But he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, right? That was like his big goal in life. And then people were like, holy fuck. Like, it made me feel like a piece of shit. Like, this guy has no arms and legs and he can do that. And I won't even get off my couch, to like go do anything, get the mail or like,
Yeah.
So I was like, wow. So I was watching the whole thing because it was really interesting about how he did it and all this stuff. And at the very end, he says, when I think about it, losing my arms and legs was the best gift I've ever received. And I was like, wow, this guy has some really shitty friends. Like, what the fuck? Nobody's never got like a birthday card or anything would be better than losing your arms and legs. Like, the only gift you ever got, bro. Like, fucking awful, man. Like,
Yeah, there's literally anything would be better. I mean, just losing
Yeah.
your legs would be better than that.
right? You would think so. Like, I mean, exactly. Just one arm, even. Like, so.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, dude. No way. I don't know. Best gift I've ever received. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be an actual gift. I can't cop out and be like, my children. You can't say that. I feel like that's a bullshit thing, right? You got to say something good.
It's not really a gift anyway because you have to make it.
Yeah, I was part of the process.
Right.
I got AirPods a couple years ago. That was cool.
That's a damn good gift.
Well, it was more because it was from my wife's dad, which is like that's not somebody you expect to
nice.
get a gift that's even worth a shit at all. Yeah, but he got an AirPod. I'm like,
that's
oh,
great.
wow, what a
Hey,
dad!
impressive.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great gift because of who it came
That
from,
is.
too. Yeah, that's unexpectedly
Right.
awesome.
I would have sold them, but still, it's a great gift.
Yeah. What do you got, Greg? Anybody get you gifts? I remember I got you gifts, and you were like,
I don't like getting gifts.
nobody gets me gifts.
Yeah,
This
it
is
was
awful.
weird. I remember one time it was my birthday, and Sparks came up with this giant brownie that like his wife had made, and it was amazing and delicious, and it had like a candle in it. And he handed it to me, and I was looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't. I'm not used to people giving me things. Like the look on my face was, I was like a 4-year-old. Like, this is for me. Like, I don't.
You're like,
It's
what?
not. Yeah, it's not that
just
people.
out of the
Yeah,
kindness of their
exactly.
heart. I can't believe.
Why
it.
did you? What do I owe you? I don't understand. Like, what is it?
What do I
So-
owe you? Yeah.
So I think it's because mostly I just don't have those kind of relationships with people a lot. I don't talk to family a lot about that stuff, and I don't send or receive a lot of. I don't know. It's just not like I'm not a. It's not that they don't give them to me. I don't give them to them either. Really, I just don't think about it. It's not something I think about a lot. So
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a lot of gifts, but I would say probably it has to be something my parents gave me. I mean, my parent, I a car. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I got a car and I
Jesus.
rolled it over in a ditch 2 weeks later. But
Those 2 weeks,
yeah.
man. Oh, yeah.
I would say the car they gave me for my birthday when I was 16 is probably the best gift. Now, I took the Camry off-roading and rolled it in the ditch, but we rolled it. We had these people come off-roading, flip it back over, right? All mangled. The windows were all fucked up. Tires were all popped. I drove that thing for like 4 more years, dude. They were like, fuck you. That's your fucking car. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right. And like, so we got new tires on it, and fucking my friends did. We drove it to the beach everywhere. It was all fucked up Camry. You could tell it got rolled over in a ditch, but like, it was awesome. It still ran forever. And my dad at the time, he had a Corvette that said, buy my book. Cause he was a fucking, like a writer or whatever. And he was like, 80s with the glasses, like check out my car type shit. Well, after he sold the Corvette, I took those plates and put it on my car. And we called it Buy My Shit Heap. And like all my friends at school would call my car Buy My Shit Heap. And they would tag the ceiling. Like if you rode in my car, you tagged it like on the ceiling.
Oh,
It's
my
like people
God.
Like, have a cool summer. Or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. See you in the fall.
There's like a wheat leaf somebody drew on there.
Oh,
all
my
that shit.
God.
So, yeah.
Well, that's a great
That
present.
was the best
car.
gift I had.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Can't do better than that.
Yeah. I gotta think. It's probably for my wife. My wife probably gave me the best present. And I'm trying to think,
Oh,
like,
I'm sure.
what-
Your parents gave you cereal. So.
That was Greg's 16th birthday. He got a car. I got a box of Berry Kicks, 12-pack of Sun Kiss. I told you this. They went grocery shopping.
Yeah.
They forgot my birthday, and they went grocery shopping.
What?
They literally,
Yeah, I was gonna- yeah,
I'm not
they just-
kidding. They remembered my birthday whilst grocery shopping. So they just bought my favorite food from the grocery store as my
Sucks,
birthday.
man.
That was my
That's
16th
awful, dude.
birthday. Yeah.
Wow.
And I helped load in the groceries. So I saw all my presents coming in.
Yeah. You're like Cocoa Poofs. Like,
Yeah.
Can I have the donuts too? No,
Yeah.
those are daddy's.
That's for Father's Day.
Father's Day. Yeah. God damn it. So funny. And now, see, Greg, that's why I gave you food for your birthday. It's just all I know. All I know is birthday
Hey, man.
presents.
He also gave me liquor and somebody else drank it, but that's a different story. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I can't help that. Let
I
me
know.
see here. I I'm with you, Greg. I'm really bad at like presents. Like I feel bad.
Yeah.
I never like I've stopped giving my brothers presents now for Christmas, but they'll still give me stuff, and I'm like,
oh, I hate it.
Now I feel like shit, and I'm sorry.
I'm like, I know you did this on purpose too, like to be a dick, you know? Like that's how I feel. Like
I'm not that.
I'm like,
oh, you
know,
gave me a
I'll be like,
present?
oh.
I know it's out of because you're being mean. That's why.
Dude, it happened this Christmas. It happened this Christmas. They fucking called me out of the blue. They're like, look, this year is a tough year. It's been a pandemic. We're not doing gifts, so don't worry. Fucking Christmas cons, I bought nobody a gift. Everyone got me a gift. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you guys got together and made me look like an asshole. Like, it was like premeditated and shit. Thanks a lot.
It never works. Oh, shit. It never works. I don't know. Wow. I have no idea and that's the other thing. I feel bad because I'm sure I've had a lot of great stuff that I just don't remember. But, you know, my parents got me, actually, my parents bought a Sega Genesis, and I freaked out as a kid. They got us a Nintendo, a Sega, and a PlayStation when all of those came out. So it was like...
Nice. Yeah, dude. That Sega Genesis made my... Oh, man. I like had to pinch myself. I couldn't believe how excited I was to get that Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was like right in the sweet spot when you were a kid, and it's the last present you open on Christmas, and you're like, you don't expect it because it's super expensive, and how do they afford... You know what I mean? Like one of those like...
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you just open it, and you start playing it, and it's like the best day of your life. Like you just play it for the rest of the night. Oh, it's so good.
Yep. My parents, when they got us our PlayStation, no, that's a lie. When we got, I don't remember. You know what? They got us Tony Hawk's Pro Skater when that first came out for Christmas for PlayStation. That didn't come out with PlayStation. But when that game came out, that game was so dope, and I remember playing the hell out of it. Like 12 hours.
There's a new version. They redid it. There's a new version now that's like the same game, but like in today's graphics. It's fucking awesome.
I heard it's awesome too. It's like 1 and 2. Yeah, that was a huge.
It comes with both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, what a great game. All right, well there you go. There's your 5 questions. Thank you so much for doing it, guys. I appreciate it. Make sure you're following them on all social media. It's we'll start with Greg at Greg Salerno on all social media. You can follow him. It's GRAIG. Find the details or the link right there in the show notes. Pretty easy stuff. And then, of course, you can look at that guy. Look at that. Boom. Today, the debut.
Yeah.
Someone famous.
I'm drinking tonight against my better judgments. Double fisting rum and coke.
I gotta say, double fisting rum and coke. I gotta say, the production's awesome, dude.
It is.
Production's
really
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to not skimp on that. Some people like produce their own shit in their house, but we try to make it sound good, you know.
Sounds
so. Thank you.
Oh, it definitely does. Again, I'd never be able to tell the difference, dude. That sounds pro to me, man.
Yep, absolutely. So make sure you're following at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. He's got his band. It is called Low Standards, and the new song is called Someone Famous. Make sure you're downloading that, streaming that on every single streaming platform. Every time you do stream it, he gets 1/10 of 1 penny. Rolling in it, thanks to these streaming royalties. Just really good stuff.
Bring them on.
Bring them on, exactly. That's Pike's motto is pay me as small amount as you possibly can.
They pay it out every time we hit $25. We get like 1 check a year or something, but it's always fun.
That's awesome.
We're always like, all right, we buy a case of beer and we all drink it in 10 fucking minutes, and that's it.
That's good though. Hey, it's mailbox money. That's always cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds good, Pike, and I'm happy for you, man. I can't wait for the video. We'll play the video here. And I'm at Sparks Radio on all social media. Give us a follow. Shout out to the committee members: Tanya, Jonathan, Corrupted, Eric. Jenny is her name who sent it in. I'm not giving out your handle, Jenny, so I'm not blowing out your spot here with your other your question here. So there you go. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And if you could, give us a rating, review, and subscribe. Any last words before we dip, gentlemen? Don't be sad, Greg. Don't be sad. Are you looking at PS5 now? Are you all? Don't be sad.
I gave up.
Those over, motherfuckers.